Presumably used towards connector, can be used in post-plant play as well, but here we go, Def to be challenged as he holds off the inside push.
Keep in mind, as the bomb goes down for this game, and this game only, you can actually check out the premium pass completely for free. More on that info in a minute, because this pistol round's heating up. Android's got Tarek down bomb. Remembers continues to tick. It's a 3-on-3. Already on the map, already sitting inside of it, has actually let them go by. The positioning is now incredibly powerful for MIBR because they have the backside of Z connector. Good trade from Ye. Had to turn around to win the fight against Shazam, and he's actually taken out cold. It brings it to a one-on-one with Fallen. It's got to be all Ye. 6 HP. He can play the time. Ye has not picked up the kit, but he's going to try and use the smoke, try and use the advantage. He still can't find Fallen.
Wow.
One bullet would do it, and Ye has been outdone. Fallen is sneaky, and MIBR get the round.
A classic Fallen play there, low HP, did everything he could.
Gives him a bit more cover to play solo. Rotation's already going back through spawn, bomb planted. And finally a kill coming in. That's how slow and patient they were to approach the site. They couldn't really peek on the complexity side, didn't have the defensive nades to do so, and the trades go back in the way of MIBR. It's now 2 kills only to the one that was found from above, and cold Zero creeping in on the AWP, finds Android, Fallen finds Def retreating out of control room. They knew that he was there the whole time, and Shazam's playing to save the op at this point in time in a 1 versus 3.
If he can, they have a chance of winning the next round. The bomb will go off. He's trying to keep everyone on that bomb side. It actually works out. Fallen goes down, and he will save the AWP. He wants to stay there, though, with Ye. With the incendiary, throws it towards the top of the lower ramp. If anything, this is actually still quite good news from MIBR. That's even better. Stewie2K takes a 1 versus 1 duel against the AWP, comes out on top, and Ye has to try and recover this, and Stewie's just waiting for it. Down he goes. Ye tried to recover the situation map, but completely punished for it, and that's going to be round over already.
Which would be huge as well, because the investment into the double off stand. Can't even, this is my point. The AKs are hitting. We already saw cold hit a very quick reaction shot on round 2 at the out.
It's definitely worth the hunt still. They've got so much money on the T side, they can justify even another frag going against them. Fallen will eventually take down Def, and Android haven't really said his name too much yet. Not many kills coming in. He's got 1 and 5. At the dumpster, he's surely going to be taken down. He's going to try and save the AWP. I'm sure the Molotov will be coming in soon. It's actually the bullets.
Spotted the fact that he had to fall back as well, and they're going to do the double drop. Double drop into Def, and it absolutely destroys him. Good trade from Android. He's able to swing back in, and with one player already retreating back up the ladder, cold goes down. No response from Stewie.
Good on the map, maybe apart from Pop Dog, as smokes come in. Will this be another fake from the Brazilians? It doesn't seem like it. They're going towards outside. Stewie will punish Android. Same story for Stanislaw, and now Shazam, the last line of defense outside, needs to start hitting shots. He's doing a great job so far. Takes down Fur, and he has got backup now.
He's got backup. Stan really could have done well to get those 2 kills. Response from Ye once more. He's been trading. He's going to have to do better than that. Finds Fallen. Down to a 1-on-1. Finally a chance, and it's all in the hands of Ye. He spots Tarek, but again, the shot reigns supreme for the AK.
And this is where things could really start to get rough. But remember, a chance for MIBR to get in this sort of mentality. They can start to make mistakes, be too aggressive.
More. Complexity continue to struggle to even find kills. Top fraggers, Ye, 5 HP, Def. Smoke dissolves, cold reveals that he's there, but goes down. He's got problems though, because a second player in Stewie once more. Cold and Stewie working in tandem to take over that Pop Dog position.
Sort of an advantage here. They're constantly on the back foot, and Stewie looking like he wants another, but good positioning from Ye brings it to a 3-on-3. Another winnable situation. Stan though, this is maybe a little bit too aggressive, going to be punished for it, but they are keeping the frags and the trades coming through. Complexity now in the 2-on-2. 40 seconds remain, but Tarek's got a guaranteed kill here. Android with 10 HP, no chance whatsoever. This is him off guard, there is a chance. He's in the perfect position to do so. This could be the moment for Complexity. There's the kill. 20 seconds remaining now. It's up to Tarek to try and recover this for MIBR.
Yeah, he's been the most solid by far for Complexity, slowing things down, not walking into the angles that MIBR continue to hold and continue to dominate. Smart positioning again as he rotates around, and he outthinks Tarek. Something they've struggled to do is outthink their opposition.
Victory because they just don't have the weaponry. What's going on here? All right.
That's interesting. Very intentionally thrown Stan. He's done better with the MP9 than he has with the M4 in this position, and he's going to find 2. Tarek as well. Android gets Fur, and suddenly it all works out. Complexity changed the approach. They go doubly aggressive toward A main. Fallen wants to Molotov off on the bomb. That also forces Android further away, which pushes him back out of the smoke.
Get a bit more intel, but at this point, you've got such an advantage. Just play the bomb sites. Shazam takes down Fallen. That should guarantee the round here, but can cold Zero find any sort of damage? Apparently not. Much better for Complexity.
It has to be very swift to act off of Ye's aggression. In behind spools, he'll buy himself some space. No one's spamming it as of yet. Fallen AWP scoped in toward the lane. Stewie's already got Android. That gives him the wrap. He's actually wanting to push down further, and Fallen checks it. Yay had to swing it. What a shot from Fallen. A response? No, it's not. Shazam couldn't collect. Because it looked like he had a lineup toward the top entrance, but it's all Stanislaw. That fell apart far quicker than it needed to. If Ye had even swung out, I dare say Fallen was down. Beyond that, I'm not sure, because everyone else just gets obliterated.
One off. They need to try and find those close range kills once again. cold missing the initial Molotov, but makes up for it as they go for a faster outside play here. Will this favor the CTs? Time will tell as Tarek lies in wait inside the smoke, waiting for the flashbang to come through. There it is, and he will be taken down.
Holds. And Stan trying to sneak back through the smoke toward the side channel.
What?
On top of the train, gets destroyed again by Fur. Every single duel just seems to slip from their grasp as it's once again Ye. Low HP on 2. Fur's angle's fairly clever. That part of the train to block off all but his head.
He's a little bit more forward. He might survive this. We'll see. Stewie is coming, and all he has to do is hit one bullet. Not going to happen, but Fallen will finish things off with the P250. That is the nightmare.
Rounds in, Ye's on 9 kills. It's the highest on complexity at this point in time. Everyone's had a chance on the MIBR side. That's 14 for Fur. Stewie has gone right through. Defs audibly recognize that. Android as well to find Tarek. This is looking better now for complexity as the overextension, trying to be clever inside of the smoke, has actually cost them, but look at cold. Again, AWP walks out this time from the bottom of Pop Dog. Fur now takes the access from that, the room given to him by the way of that kill, and starts to work past Ebot. Shazam's already got Fallen back. Not long for life, though. Fur able to spray into him. This is even better from Def, though. Gets behind them. Fur, they know exactly where he was. So Def, although ready, plays it for the trade, and that's perfectly done from complexity. Finally, they get one more.
As Ye holds alone towards inside, he's got a lot of company here. He'll try and challenge, but can't control the spray map, and the retake has to begin. Shazam smoked off, waiting for them to push further down towards that upper ramp.
Hit for Android, kit for Def. He's going to get a little more aggressive. Def actually finds Fur. That's going to give him a bit more of a chance to get back inside of the site as Stewie waits to swing, but no swinging will be done as Android steps in and says that's enough. Gets them a lot closer. They may even be able to get on top of this bomb by save. But look at cold's position, body blocked, running through. Android able to trade it off. Tarek's gone for the flank. That puts him away from the default position, but never mind that. Smoke's still on it. It's going to extinguish. They can actually hold this. He needs to get around. He can't do it. Complexity gets their fourth.
Aggressive from them. cold looking towards Ivy as Stewie holds in connector, watching inside with Fur.
Tarek, good shot over top of the smoke, finds Def. Spammed it, but got it. Headshot will count. Stewie's pushed back off the bomb train. Smoke's still down. He wants elevation to get above them. That's why he continues to stay on top of it rather than giving up the position. Tarek can't find the shot to deny the plant. Stewie thought he could get down there to get it. Fur's just nailed 2 more. Tarek as well. This is just insane. MIBR's accuracy showing once again. It's going to be their round. They go 12-4. You said it, Henry. This is almost the end of it for complexity. Putting Fallen up above, who has the op, and leave that susceptible to close range combat. They put cold up instead, and he sprays it to find Def. Stewie flash from above through the skylight. Straightforward to cover off Ivy, although Fallen missing a shot makes it interesting given the smoke that is down. Tarek makes up for it, finds Stanislaw. Shazam runs out blindly. Not blind in terms of a flash, but blindly toward the site and gets caught off by cold, who then finds Ye. It's 2 to go for MIBR.
I feel like they look weak on it at times. It's one of their worst maps for me. They play a lot. As Tarek comes in with a double frag, and that's pretty much going to be the final nail in the train coffin, at least, as it looks like another clean sweep coming through as Def with the scout. 5 versus 1. They could even go for the knife here. Getting his head, as he will get a frag here. Not completely over. Gets another one. There is a chance here, but he will go down eventually. Ladies and gentlemen, 16-4 in favor of MIBR. Perfect from them on train. Can't really fault them in any department whatsoever.
Rotation early, and they're going to go for the flank. This is full commitment from complexity. No other option. And from straight above, cold Zero fires directly down. They got blocked inside of the smoke, and cold gets 4 on the pistol.
It's gone from bad to worse. Another clean sweep for MIBR. We'll see. Jackie here, holding towards the car position once again. Same mentality. They do check it this time and get a trade, so that's better than nothing. Much better, as Def gets the second as well. But cold he'll be dropped. This is looking very good.
Yeah, first to all the
lineup though. Tarek steals it back.
No way.
It did look very good. First time that the duel, when they've walked out on that occasion, has gone the way of complexity. And great read from Def. He knew that they were going to get re-peaked. If Stewie was going to bait them in, he was going to try and trade off of it. Def still doing fantastic work. We'll take Fur down as well. But that lineup gives them the bomb. Tarek.
A little bit of an awkward moment for them because they're going to have to commit and walk out. Tarek's playing this so smart. Doesn't nail the first shot cleanly, but he does get it in the end. 10 seconds remaining. Def has to go for him. Clock running down, and he will make his way towards garbage, and that's the kill he needed. On a default and hopefully take down the jewels because they will be taken down by the superior firepower and weaponry of MIBR. There's the first kill. Ye is dropped.
Incendiary to hold off the apartments. That doesn't last as long as a smoke would, so he still has pressure heading his way. Shoulder peek from Def. Too slow in the second one, I'm afraid. cold never even bought it, never even moved. Good play, though, toward Arch at least. Stan can wrap. Tarek's in the open. If he wraps faster, it doesn't even matter. Shazam's going to get him down. They know cold's inside of the pit. Smoke still in front of Library. Good read, good take. Ball needs to get in position. It's caught. Fallen has it. 23 seconds. They can just barely recover it. Android makes a run for it and gets away, knowing that Fallen had to reset. Don't have to go for the bounce flash in through. That allows Stewie a little bit closer on the M4. Still looking, spots Android, but not before his head gets taken off and Fallen on an op.
He gets towards the quad. As soon as they have the intel, the cold Zera has the AWP there. Bait out the shots from him and make sure you can punish with those SMG.
Because if they go in that close together, I don't think Shazam's able to respond. The boost, the run boost at that. He's spotted. He certainly gets taken down. The feet still show, but Ye recovers. Great idea to run boost onto the atrium. Unfortunately, it's the one position that easily countered it. Great trade.
Stewie's already made it towards the hay bales here. This could be a little bit problematic. His teammate might drop here, but Stewie can't find the frag just yet. A really awkward duel on the bomb side, but Def will come out on top as Android closes the door on MIBR. This is looking very good for them now in Inferno. Complexity. After what we saw on the first map, I can't believe we've got stuff to this point. Ye Molotovs himself, and with the chaotic start to round number 9, it will be Fallen to capitalize there. They tried to Molotov the car. I'm not sure if we caught it. I was looking on my screen. It was a Molotov missed by the terrorists, and now Fallen is just tearing them apart as they look a little bit flustered there right at the bottom. They've lost this opener, but they have won 5 versus 3s before.
2 kills are massive. MIBR knew the situation, went aggressive as a result. Fallen's rotated around, bringing the op in slowly, and they line up. They make it all too easy. I thought he might get away with one as they were searching inside of the site, but round all but done surely. Shazam left with 23. They know exactly where he is. What a way to steal it back. First in 5, and they keep all 5 alive.
Well, boosted by Stewie. And now CT's looking to fall back that crossfire once again. Very fast with complexity here.
Tarek was spotted. His shoulder just slightly extending beyond the wall when the flash came in, so Ye got posted and ready. Fortunately, no one able to spot him from inside of the site while he did so.
Planted early and a full save considering of the double orb setup. Sure, it can be fantastic in certain situations, but can also be detrimental as well. When he has backup and anyone comes close range. It does make a lot of sense.
Oh, wow.
So does that spam as cold Zero goes down to 16, still holding his ground here. They seem to suspect Def could be in towards the logs, tries to pre-fire the angle, but now Tarek's going to be tested, looking for another double spray down in the same position. Not going to happen.
So long as position favors him. Fallen. Good timing on the flash, and Smoke is forced off the angle. Couldn't sneak back out to where he found such great success last time, but he's got balls of steel to push through the smoke. Couldn't find the shot. Stewie's going to follow in his footsteps, I thought. I was going to say that's ill-advised with no further utility, but bomb plant complexity.
Presumably Shazam in the next round. Their money's looking great on the T side now, and as they keep extending their lead, it's currently making sure anyone who goes down is instantly answered back.
Oh, that nade strike somehow gets away from Ye. That could have been him down, but the contest from MIBR, relentless pressure. It's starting to become need to go any further, does not need to overextend. Gets information, actually elects to take the shot. I thought he might just sit there and contain them. Could relay that quite quickly to his teammates, but either way, they make do on it. coL pops out.
Cause some financial damage, but maybe good for one, not quite cold Zera. And Stewie 2K getting it done with the aggression at the start. He's just had no impact at all.
Yeah, and that's where I said they weren't really relying on that op on the T side, but maybe he's trying to get to it because he needs to rely on it. He's got to find a way to bring himself back into relevancy.
But a lot of people know this is how he plays, and he needs to be careful here, but nails the shot, of course. He ties it to perfection. Incendiary as well.
I wouldn't mind seeing more of his POV on that.
Looking much better here, MIBR. I think for that 6th round, I think it's guaranteed at this point. The orbs, the double orbs, have been sensational, and that's no different for Calm as he finishes off round number 13 there. Holding towards B, just throws a flashbang, as they know they can get this mid-control. They've tested it out enough now, as Fur surely goes down at this point. Smoke will remove him from the situation. Good grenade, as they start to wrap towards the sights.
Eric above, Smoke down to cover off the apartments. Great trade from Shazam. This time it's on the AK, just to make note.
as he has struggled to find kills. Yay, certainly not. Finds another great headshot. Running through is Stewie, though. He'll find Def. That takes down any control they had toward the archway and leaves Shazam. Another dire situation. Ye was directly over top of his shoulder and able to babysit the bomb plant, but that leaves him the attention away. Shazam's not looking. This could be the exact time Burr strikes, and it should be easy to find Ye if his attention continues to look the other direction. Shazam wins out the duel elsewhere, and he finally pulls around back. Finally, it's going to be Complexity to win out a one-on-one clutch. 3 kills for Shazam leaves him
inside new boxes, so coL are keeping it pretty standard. And there's the Molotov deployed, and Def will actually have it extinguished for him, so they can still fight.
Extinguished, but they know he had to peek out on his left side. They cover that off. Fallen's going to find Stan again. It's going the same way. Finally, a response, but he's completely surrounded. Nowhere to hide for Shazam. No prayer could save him inside of the chapel as Tarek occupies that space, and he absolutely will evict anyone coming that direction as Ye gets taken down. It's 4 for 4 MIBR. Doesn't really favor the Deagle at range, but Stan's got the corner covered. Great nade. Softens them up a little bit. Quite as much as they'd love. Stan gets 2. CZ showing off form yet again. coL trades it back. That was inevitable as he went for the reload, but Ye now knows which side they're coming from. He'll swing. Remember, Shazam still sits in that corner as coL has to hold off toward Moto as Fallen as well. I'm about to join Fallen by going left 11 seconds. Keep an eye on Fallen. 11 seconds. Has to plant the bomb. He can't. Now they have to stay alive. That's going to be a task. No, it's not. coL's got no chance. Round stolen back finally by Complexity.
They're going to kill him after the time as well. That's brutal from Complexity. They bounce back. Damn, they're with them. They're watching the apartment and the quad position. Android can be baited in, but the shot to Crisp there from Fallen. He takes out Android, but there's 2 more players waiting right around the corner.
Like you say, Android down. MP9 and 2 UMPs. MP9 at range. Shazam makes it work. Meanwhile, back over toward B. That's where the action is. Def can't find the shot before the smoke blooms. And as Setch allows him the entrance onto the site. Alter, but Tarek holding water.
Felt like it's one of those rounds that was going to connect, but not quite. Now the post-plant situation continues. Fallen opens things up, takes down one of the key players up Complexity as possible, but it looks like MIBR have done it, at least this particular round. Great shot from Stan there to punish Stewie. Try and remove as much cash you possibly can. Sure, they're going to win the round, but look at the money remaining for them. Everyone fully invested here as Stan just continues to put bodies in bags there. Absolutely fantastic by him. And the 4 players should have survived, only 2.
What's on? Bounced. Stan doesn't even matter. Stays inside of it. In fact, it didn't extend. He's standing there, not even lit ablaze. He's just barely out of harm's way. Def's going to step out. How does Fallen not collect? Oh, just barely will. He knew he was on retreat, knew he was weak. Finally takes him down, but look at what the cost is. That's what Ye's trying to attain, but doesn't want to overextend. So there you go, confirmed. We've got 1 player at the very least over toward the arch side. Just back out. Flash didn't really do much for them, though, did it?
Kill here. That will be enough. You can see his teammate so far away. There's a little bit of damage there, but gives up his position. He is alone here on the A side, taken down by Fur. This was looking so good for Complexity, but all of a sudden it starts to fall apart. Only advantage they have now is the HP one. As MIBR get themselves in the crossfire, the retake begins.
Fallen at pick could peek out and find Def. He's not looking. If he goes now, he's a dead man surely, but Def gets one just before Fallen peeks. That reveals his position. Shazam and Fallen, each with 1 bullet from Def. Fallen has the advantage. He goes back out. Shazam walks straight into it. Shazam kept a watchful eye in toward the apartments. They don't have a lot of range, but he wants to sneak up. He's dinked. Tarek doesn't need to play this. They have to swing together. They do. Android somehow manages to get the shot on Tarek, even though Ye was really left with nowhere to go. That works out, but they give up. Arch, do they? No. Stan, second shot. The last bullet from the gun. He's going to get all 4. A shutdown at the arch.
Stunning from Stan. Smokes deployed his position, drops the incendiary. That will be extinguished, of course. They go towards quad now. There are 2 players there. Android and Ye need to work in perfect harmony to shut down this approach towards the A site.
Ye blinded, can't find footing. Tarek's able to win it out instead, but as you say, Android still sitting in the pit.
Oh my goodness.
Had a chance to catch them all. Fallen checks it. Impressive in the last round. Needs to be absolutely perfect in this one. Sneak into position. Tagged through the hay bales, threw his aim off. He's still got a kill, but Fur responds, and it's Shazam out of there already. So 12-11.
With the AWP, Stanislaw just with the pistol. He's been so good at the rifle so far, but he's got a kill here. He's almost certainly got a kill.
Or maybe not. He walked directly into it. Fur undetected to his left. You were absolutely spot on to suggest that he could have easily found Fallen, if not for the unfortunate circumstances that led to his death first. His death falls off. He's got 7 HP, still firing in. And the shotgun, look at Android! Not be wise, though, because they are heading back in his direction.
Smokes himself in to see the doorway. They know exactly where he is. Molotov into that smoke, but doesn't extend far enough to catch him out on top of the bike. Not yet. Meanwhile, though, his teammate down, and a smoke to completely render him useless. And look at Stewie. He has no idea. Android did not hear this at all. He's a dead man. Pit's gone, bombs down, round should be MIBR's.
I think you're absolutely right. They have to save the AWP and the M4, even though there's so many tantalizingly low HP players on the MIBR side. It is going to be 12-12. Complexity looked like they had this one in the bag. They lose the pistols, and the Brazilians come back to life. 4 players to survive here, make it 3. Shazam gives his position up, but he will be surviving here.
You know the round I'm talking about, was the pistols going back over. And in the last round as well, putting down the smoke early, trying to play an angle. He was almost trying to dictate the play rather than play to the information that he had. Not to discount the amount of skill he's shown. For, speaking of skill, very precisely takes over the boiler room. Shazam's AWP and the M4, all that's left to fight with as they at least recover that from the position. Speaking of Android, he did get cold down with the Deagles, so it becomes concerning. They push down. Did Fur spot this or not? I don't think he has. I think he's just missed it, but they're pushing out at the exact second that everyone's going in behind them. Stewie's going to spot them inside the middle, and now they've got a problem. Bomb gets behind them, and they were positioned so perfectly, but the timing just barely off.
Yeah, it eludes him, and Fur will pick out 3. Shazam, unfortunately, can't do anything with this. Oh my goodness, hits the shot on Fur, but does barely any damage through 2 corners of the wall and will be taken down. Matt, they still have money to buy, but Complexity lose their lead.
cold, aggressive through the hot flames and straight in to the exchange. Stan that gets one in return. That's a good play from Def to go back out, but he's got to be careful because Tarek's still holding off the angle. He wants to get aggressive. Smoke down. They won't know if he's retreated or not. The AK picked up and fired. He's got to be so careful in this position as they fire through. Tarek easily disposes of him. The man advantage. Maybe they're back over toward A, and that's where they go, and it's not wrong. The shot is, though. Couldn't land it. Shazam does at least get Android to bail him out. He nearly finds his second over top of the box. Just barely misses out on the chance to find Fallen's head, and he makes no mistake to find Shazam. MIBR on 14. Forward stance for Shazam. AWP, though, is going to get absolutely wrecked because Android's flashed far sooner than he was expecting and couldn't defend his teammate's backside. The rotations have to come in. 3 players toward the B site. 2 kits in play. A single flash. That is all Fallen. He's waiting. He's got an easy shot on the first. Fur's already found the 8. Fallen knows where the second one is. Stan gets at least the kill in return, but it's MIBR that'll advance through to the semifinals. Complexity put on a hell of a performance to get this far, but unfortunately can't come up spades against MIBR.